Okay, so I got into a group of a bunch of cockatrice. They paralyzed. They petrified my entire group. Instant game over. I went back to my last save, which is before the last video was. You have to redo everything that I did in the last video. And get back here. And then redo this place, because you have to do this place twice. You have to exit out of it, talk to another person, then come back here. And then to get an item, you get this item from him. The Earth Rod. And that's from exchanging the ruby star with the golem that you'll find northwest of here. You find a sage there, he gives you this item. Come back here, use this item again for the first time, the only time. Reveal some stairs, and now you can continue on. So yeah, I'm there about like an hour or two afterwards. I think I was past this place. I can't pay attention anymore. Like, I've been here for so long. Just due to one death. I think I got the coral rod in here, but like, I don't have it anymore. So I don't know what to do about that. I don't want to go and find the coral rod again, considering coral sword again, because it's just one extra attack power. I'm already doing enough. So this is just further on in the dungeon. You're doing the same shit you were before. I think I remember this guy was a guaranteed fight once you get here. I just go through this. This guy. Oh, he does cast magic. That did nothing. A lot of the spells in the original Final Fantasy 1 were bugged. They don't actually do anything. I also lost a bunch of levels, but I guess I got them back again. You actually don't want to be too high of a level, because that kind of ruins your endgame stats. I'll show you a bit in a couple of videos. With the fights that are guaranteed on whatever square you land on, it's random how many other guys you fight. Just want to be done with this dungeon. This is by far the worst part of the game. This dungeon and the dungeon before this. And maybe the ice caves. There, it kind of sucks too. And you know, probably the worst thing is that I'm just doing random encounters. Random encounters are the worst part of any video game, any RPG. There's probably some that make them fun. Octopath does, sure. If you've got the choice, and it's better to play Octopath than this. thing about this game is that, oh god, I feel like other RPGs, Final Fantasy especially, have been able to replicate what makes this game good without any of these frustrations. Good. I think Dark Souls might be a better RPG than FF1. Doesn't have any random encounters. Just fight really annoying enemies. Losing the Coral Sword isn't that big of a deal because the Dragon Sword is roughly as good. Fucking god! Which is why I like white mages. You can just disengage with the game. Just do what you need to do and get on with your fucking life. This area sucks too, it's just straight up a maze. Which, I'm okay with mazes, but like with random encounters as well. So glad Casbia. I don't know if I missed any treasures. This area is just a maze. Literally just a maze, and like it's not exactly like it's random encounters, man. Ultra jelly? It's interesting that slimes have been around since this game. Slimes might be a D&D thing, but I don't know anything about that. So much of a pain to go down to my spell list and cast the spell to get rid of the poisons. What? I'm quite drunk right now too. I don't know if I'm gonna be... It's gotta be over this way. There, this might be Lich. Spoilers, that's what the boss is. Cast, Gura. How much is this? 25? Oh god. Okay, so is this him? This has to be him. Who speaks to me? I am he who feeds from the power of earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal. I am the Lich, fiend of earth. First actual boss in the game. Right, this is the most fun part of the game. It has to be. Okay, so that's interesting. I'm not doing much damage per hit. Oh, that's interesting. I can't do anything about that. Also interesting that I'm not doing any damage. No, that's not good. He's done all he needs to do. There we go. And is... Oh, fuck. I need to cast low on him. I guess I don't. So if you didn't catch what was happening there, I cast Haste on him, which doubles his number of attacks, and then Temper, which increases the damage of each attack. And Temper stats stacks. Haste does not. It just means that I've regenerated the power of Earth. And I can go into Earth Gift Shrine to do this dungeon. I'm not going to, and the reason for that is because my level ups are worth less now than they will be in the future. So I want to get to that point before I go back down there. Yeah. If you look down there, the Earth Crystal is glowing now. So therefore... Probably if I didn't use Temper, that fight would have been a lot harder. Can you imagine single spells that you learn affecting you that much? It's also important to know in the original Final Fantasy game, because some spells are just bugged. They don't do anything at all. You gotta make sure you know which ones are bugged, which ones are useless, and which ones are overpowered before even starting the game. Yeah, that's why buffs are so important in this game. You've gotta know which ones do what. I was doing like 10 times extra damage just because I was using the correct buff. On one person! Just one person did that. I went from doing way less than I normally do in random battles to way more. And you know, that's another advantage to having a thief around. They do the most damage, therefore you buff them, and they're way more effective. Yeah. Come on. Oh, I didn't mention, I bought the knight's armor from this shop because I had so much money. And looks like I still have a whole bunch of money. And I can get level 5 spells. I think I already did this last video. But I died since then, so I've got to do it again. It does actually seem useful. If a boss casts haste again, gotta make sure he can't do too much against me. I don't quite want to end this video just yet. I did just do one of the 4 MacGuffins of the game. That's a big fight to do. But 16 minutes is way too quick. I've got one more town that I want to get to. It's the only reason why I bother with a dungeon so early in the game. I don't know what all those things are. Dungeons? Caves? Oh. Yeah, I've been to 2 of them. Okay, yeah. I know what all those things are to the left now. They're not useful. They're not important. So despite this entire thing... this way. Despite this entire thing that you're seeing down there, I can't get to any of that, but one little spot there. And that's important. That spot there is a town that I was saying that that I could get to. It's the only other place in the game that I can get to right now. And it's kind of useful being able to get there because it has stuff that you can buy. Really powerful, really expensive stuff. But if you can't afford it, then who cares? It's got some spells for me to get, which I can't equip yet, so who cares about that? This looks to be the right place. It's a little bit of a walk. Yeah, here it is. It's not too bad. Damn. God damn. No, I should have just called each person their class name. I don't think scorpions... I mean, anaconda's poison. I don't know if I mentioned last time, but this entire time I've been playing, I have not been poisoned by a cobra. And I was starting to wonder if they do actually poison you. As it turns out, yes, they do. But anacondas don't, I believe. Gotta remember to save because that fucked me over last time. Let's see what magic I can learn here. Oh, now I can learn it! It's only available for white mages. It might be worth getting a white mage just for this one spell. This is also really useful, but I'll be able to learn it for quite some time. This will be really nice. Both of these. I guess, Naga bleh. Death, quake, stun. These suck. I guess I'll get Thundaga when I get the chance. It'll be a while. Yeah, that frees me up to spending all my money on equipment. It's quite a bit. 2510, 2315. See, this is a better choice right here, but the Mythos Sword is cheaper and has more accuracy. Let me see if it's worth it. Because this gives 18. And this gives 23. That seems pretty worth it. Let me check the armor first. This would be worth it. Ooh, that would definitely be worth it. Just want to. I forgot everything I bought. That's quite a bit more defense. He loves to. Yeah, so now he's completely decked out in Mithra stuff. Got him a shield. It's not a good shield. It's a shield. Yeah, it's worth buying some swords, I guess. I really do wish the axes were worth equipping. Yeah, that's quite a bit stronger. Okay. What? You can't use the Were Buster? Alright. And one more reason why I came here is because of these guys over here. They don't really do anything useful if you haven't killed the Lich. 12 sages are we, guided to this land by the stars in prophecy. 4 great crystals exist in this world. The light that once shone within them is now lost. The 4 fiends of chaos block the power of the crystals, claiming it as their own. Fire, earth, water, and wind. These are the 4 forces that compose our world. The source of the 4 forces are the altars scattered throughout the world. Defeat the fiends that have taken root there, and lift up the crystal you carry to the altar. The crystal should regain its brilliance. The 4 fiends plot to rule the world, both past and present. The Fiend of Wind appeared 400 years ago, followed 200 years later by the Fiend of Water. Together they laid waste to the civilization in the north. The Fiend of Earth rots the land. Where the Fiend of Fire passes, all is cast into flame. When all 4 crystals shine once more, return here. All will be revealed. Bring the light of the 4 crystals to us. Warriors of light, only you can do this. The volcano Mount Gulg rises to the west of this town. A fiend of fire long slept within its passages, but she has awoken 200 years before her time. Vanquish her before the world is consumed in flame. Well done, warriors of light. You have defeated the fiend of earth and restored Crystal's light. Sadly, this has drawn the notice of the fiend of fire, who is not to have stirred for another 200 years. Take this canoe and go face the fiend of Mount Gulg. Believe it or not, that's what I came here for. A canoe. I am Lucan. I see. A cycle of wrath. A dim light. Guided by destiny. That about which our entire future resolves. That was useless. So the canoe allows me to pass over rivers. I can do lakes, but not rivers. See that? And that opens up 2 other places. I can't quite point at them. This way. So there's 2 places here that I can go to. Mountain Gog, which you've just learned about, and the Ice Caves. The Ice Caves gives me access to an item. I don't know how much I want to spoil. I might spoil that already and forgotten. It gives me access to way more of the content of the game. Mount Gog gives me no more access, but I need to beat the game. I'll get to it eventually. There's one more place I can go to, way in the northern continent, over there. I can get to it now because I have the canoe, and it gives me a really good item that I can't take advantage of because I have to trade for something else in order for it to be useful. I need to get to the item for the ice caves for it to be useful. So basically, I've got to get to the ice cave. That's the only useful thing I can get to right now, and that's over this way. Do I need anything at all? I have full MP. Just saved? Yeah, but I don't know if I saved with my weapons or not. I think it's kind of interesting that my thief has my best attack power, even though he has the lowest, the weakest weapon. Oh, I love the Mithril Sword. Something that I kind of don't like anymore is that I love crystal weapons, but nowadays crystal weapons seem to be like ugly. I want to say, yeah, it's made of crystals, but like crystals are forming from the weapons, and not that the weapon is an entire crystal. Because of that, it looks kind of nasty. Okay, so I've used up all my antidotes, and they're kind of expensive. Not anymore, I guess. I can just poison them now. Not too big of a deal anymore. I've got enough MP that's not too costly, but still frustrating. I've got to do that. It looks like the Crystal Sword, the Mithril Sword has gotten me a lot stronger. What I would like is weapons and equipment that are cut from crystal and not made from a bunch of crystals. If that makes any sense. I think there are a couple of crystal weapons in Dark Souls, for instance. Just have crystals forming from it, and it doesn't really look good. The crystals are growing from it. I'd rather a clear, pristine sword. Oh shit. Go right? I want to go right. This is a bit of a maze, but I don't mind it as much as the maze of the Cave of Earth. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is the first time you see Ocho in the Final Fantasy series. They're kind of the precursors to Morboros. Horrific plant creatures. And I love them. I love Morboros even more. Though with Morboros, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with them because they cast every status effect, and status effects are horrible. That makes them, you know, unique, notable. Fuck, I don't want to be here. Ochus kind of do that. I don't think they might do like 1 or 2 at a time, but they're more notable for being horrific plant creatures. Like that's an Ochu right there. I think it's a relatively high level one. Shit. Do have to make sure. Nice. 20. That's kind of efficient, all things considered. tried going up there, didn't I? Shit! God damn! I'm absolutely sure, certain, that you can get to the ice caves from here. Yeah, notice the difference between the defense of my warrior and my red mage now? That's just because of one piece of armor that I bought. It's really good armor if you haven't noticed. And if you're asking, well, if you're saying, well, maybe you shouldn't be here right now. Yeah, I should. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. Oh, down here maybe. Nope, that just leads me back to the town. I'll just continue going right. That's the best way to get through a maze. Find one wall. What the fuck? I'm back. Okay, so I thought what you had to do was find the path through the maze. Okay, so this is a complete dead end, right? Yeah, it's the dead end. There's no way through it. Gotta go way north of where I am right now. If I die right now, it's not that big of a deal. I just saved. He's doing 100 damage to my other party members, and nothing to my warrior. It's also not that big of a deal that I'm spending so much MP right now, because I can just use a cottage. Okay, so I can't get through in this spot. Continue going left, I guess. That leads me back to the town. I think I know what to do though. Forget me for resting once more. Just spent a lot of MP trying to keep myself alive. I do have a bunch of cottages that I could be using, but it's cheaper to just rest since I'm there anyway. Holy fuck, that's a lot of enemies. I do have some raw spells I can use, some god spells I can use. Probably. Yeah, that Mythos sword is well worth buying. In the original game, you could buy a Mythos sword back in Elfheim. But it was so expensive that it was that you were kind of prohibited from doing it. 5,000 gold at that point in the game was insane. I think I tried to get it my time playing through the game. I was young, naive, and inexperienced. Okay, I don't remember having to do this, but I'll try doing it anyway. My party choice in the first game was Fighter, Thief, Black Mage, White Mage. Black Mage was quite useless throughout my playthrough, as was Thief. White Mage didn't do as much as I hoped it would do. Can't remember how I got through the game. Yeah, this has gotta be it. Here we go. Yeah, you see this? You can go straight from your ship to Canoe. So this is a straight up another maze. I can go right here. Follow the leftmost path. Yeah, here we go. I think you could do this in the original game, just open up the map. It's a bit harder to figure out how to use it though. Because, what is it? Because the brooms don't tell you how to figure out the problem. You've got to figure it out for yourself. It's just, say, reselect backwards or something like that. He does do quite a bit of damage, doesn't he? It's fine, I can take it. I've been watching awesome games done quick recently. And I've noticed a lot of the speedrunners, when nervous, they say that they messed up, and then they'll say, that's okay. And it kind of frustrates me. I want them to say, oh, it's a shame that happened, that cost me this amount of time. If I was doing a speedrun at home, then I would have reset by now. I want them to say stuff like that. I like awesome games done quick because it is kind of a live thing. It's kind of less fun when you're watching world records because you know it's going to be good. The time's going to be good, I mean. Listen, right? I think this might be the Wind Cave. Oh, here. Not here. That's why. Let's go straight up, huh? Blue. Oh, got me. Goal? Yeah, this is one of the bonus dungeons. I won't be here, but I won't need to come back here for quite a long time. I got confused because I need to find the cave, and that looked like a cave. It's not the cave that I'm looking for, though. Sorry about the noise. My friend is playing Breath of the Wild and he's mentioning that he has to leave behind savage Lionel bows because he has too many of them. This place is horrible in the original game because there's quite a few enemies that can instantly kill your party members. Stop focusing down the one guy, come on. I think the way that the game works is that the person on the first row has a 50% chance of being hit. Oh shit. You know what? I'm actually going to call a video here and then start the new video. I got caught up in what I was doing.